portrayal of character, of universal emotions. And these don't change through the ages, I think. So you're portraying universal emotions, but through the language of another age, through the language of poetry. So people must be able to relate to what you are portraying through the dance. Love, anger, jealousy, disappointment. All these come through very beautifully. Hands further back, thumb. Bring that hand forward, Lisa. When you do this, don't let it go back. Thumb. There are more dancers than ever before. In every family you have a dancer. But quality has deteriorated very badly. Do that again. Thumb. And turn this hand every time, however fast you do it, get your hands back into position. Smile. This being the jet age, everyone wants things very, very fast. You have instant cake mixes, instant puddings, and now they want instant dances. You have all kinds of spurious stuff being passed off as good art. So I'd like to start an academy to present pure art, pure classical Bharatanatyam. Give the children maximum scope for growing as artists. And I think I would favor children who can't afford to go to better schools otherwise. Because many of them, it's very sad to watch. They're so keen. So there's so much of talent wasted. Push your back in. Sit down. How did I ask you to do it? Knees apart, further apart. Straight, shoulders erect. Like that. And don't stop in between. I began when I was 6½. Generally, that's the right age to start, 6. Because they're not too young to understand. They don't think it's a big joke. And at the same time, they're very interested.
Every day, an average of 11,000 trucks and 14,000 other vehicles struggle and wheedle and hoot their way through these narrow streets. This is Georgetown, the commercial heart of Madras and the location of the flower market. This maze of alleyways is perfumed by jasmine, marigolds and frangipani. Valli comes here to buy flowers for her dance, garlands for herself, and petals to sprinkle on the stage as an offering.
Flowers are one of God's most beautiful creations, and what we offer to God must be the most beautiful, the purest, the very best. So we offer flowers to Him. We offer flowers to guests because they're full of fragrance. They're considered to be auspicious. And we wear them in our hair because they give charm and beauty to a woman. Flowers in India are an essential part of our lives, which is why we have such extensive, vast markets devoted to selling nothing but flowers.
Mylapore is now a suburb of Madras, but once it was itself a grand and busy port from which Indian culture was carried to Southeast Asia. At its centre was this great temple dedicated to the aforementioned Shiva, Lord of the Dance. Valli dances mostly in concert halls, rarely in temples, but still she visits a temple before each performance. For even today, she says, dancing is not intended as an entertainment, but as a form of worship.
I think to be a really good dancer, an Indian classical dancer, one must believe in a power, in the absolute. So, dance itself is a prayer. It's supposed to be a discipline for self-realization, a form of yoga. Because when you lose yourself in the dance, when you transcend the limitations of the body, then you forget the ego. And to that extent, you are on a higher level of consciousness. That is what we believe. And when the audience forgets themselves, when you make them forget, they are also on a higher level. This is the ultimate aim of our dancing.
Alarmel Valli, he'll be dancing at the Commonwealth Institute in London on April the 2nd.